Welcome to Personal Financial Success. We are thrilled to have you here today as we introduce you to a system that can transform your financial future. At Property Finisher, we understand the importance of achieving financial stability and independence, and we have developed a comprehensive program to help you reach your goals. In today's fast-paced world, it can be challenging to navigate the complexities of personal finance. Many individuals struggle with managing their cash flow effectively, generating sustainable business income, and making smart investment decisions. That's where our program, the Property Finisher Transformation System, comes in. The Property Finisher is a proven system designed to teach you the essential skills and strategies required for financial success. Whether you are just starting your journey or looking to enhance your existing financial knowledge, our program provides you with the tools and guidance you need to take control of your financial future. Through the Property Finisher, we focus on three key areas: cash flow management, business income, and investment income. We believe that by mastering these aspects of personal finance, you can create a solid foundation for long-term financial success. Our program offers a step-by-step approach, providing you with practical techniques and insider knowledge to optimize your cash flow. We will guide you through the process of creating a budget, managing your expenses, and maximizing your income streams. Additionally, we will explore strategies to generate sustainable business income, whether you are an entrepreneur or looking to start your own venture. Furthermore, we understand the importance of making smart investment decisions to grow your wealth. The Property Finisher will equip you with the knowledge and strategies to identify lucrative investment opportunities, evaluate risks, and build a diversified portfolio. We are committed to your success. Our program is not just about providing you with information. It is about empowering you to take action and achieve your financial goals. We offer ongoing support, resources, and a community of like-minded individuals who are on the same journey as you. So, if you are ready to take control of your financial future and unlock your true potential, we invite you to join us on this transformative journey with the Property Finisher. Together, we can pave the way to personal financial success and create a brighter future for ourselves and our loved ones. Thank you for your time, and congratulations. We look forward to sharing more about the Property Finisher Transformation System and how it can benefit you. We have combined our love for real estate and asset creation, joining a multi-million-dollar company, MyEcon, whose focus is on personal financial success, allowing us to help more people across the nation using MyEcon's proven wealth-building strategies as well as our one-of-a-kind real estate investing system. But first, let's review your personal financial success. MyEcon's business model is based on helping our associates acquire more and more cash flow because more cash flow is essential for success in lifestyle, investing, debt elimination, and even charitable giving, etc. Everybody wants more cash flow. Individuals, companies, non-profits,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got 7:31 on the dot. And what we're going to do right now is make sure that everybody has their pencils, pens, and everything like this. This will be recorded, but I'm not sure when it will be sent out. So make sure that you have your pencils, your notes, and everything, because not only are we going to be helping individuals to get into houses, but we're going to help individuals get into houses at a discounted rate, okay, or discounted price. So we're going to teach individuals how money works, how to convert this money into cash flow, right? And then how to turn the cash flow into assets, okay? And so when we're doing this now, why are you here, right? It's because there is an opportunity to free yourself. What we end up doing in trying to free ourselves, we end up working ourselves into a rut, right? Because things happen. Murphy's law happens, right? So what I'm going to do now is just go into our PowerPoint to show you exactly how you can transition yourself into getting yourself free, maybe into a better business, right? Maybe just giving yourself a little bit of a cushion, right? An option, but you may love the job that you're a part of. Maybe you just need to give yourself a little bit more options, or you want to increase your cash flow at a retirement. Okay. So, whatever the things are that you're trying to do, maybe you're trying to take over your present cash flow, your income, right, with some different style of assets. Okay. Because, of course, the job itself is not an asset. So, let's create some assets. It's a great thing because it helps to do and it helps to bolster and support you. But the job itself is not an asset because we don't control the jobs, right? So let's jump into it right away. And let's see here. There we go. And And as we said before, our goal is to help individuals to get into the house. So no matter where you are starting, okay, you can have an opportunity, whether you have zero credit, zero cash. The thing is to get yourself into a counseling position, right? It's no charge, of course, to get yourself into a counseling position because this is not anything that we have to sell. We are simply showing you principles, right? Showing you strategies that have worked for us over the last 30 years or more. Okay. So if you have inkling, or if you have a proclivity, as some say, or an attraction to getting yourself in a financial free position, then you have to get to a place to where your money works for you, right? It's no longer for you to clock in, because every time you clock in, you're there, right? So you got to have something working for you. And at one time, we thought it was the 401k. But of course, things are happening with that, 503bs, all those type of things, because we still don't have any control over that, right? So what we want to do is transform our cash flow, right? So we have home ownership membership, the Property Finisher Complete Cash Flow Transformation. Our goal is to help you create cash flow, build businesses, and establish the assets with that, all right? Let's rock and roll with so much so like we're 103 years old. All right. So these things are real simple. It's a simple. I want to ask you a couple of things. How hard have you been working so far? Right? Do you want to continue that same level of work and getting what you've been receiving? Right? Or is something that you want to change, or you want to give yourself more control? So would it be okay if I can show you the exact steps to home ownership at investor prices, right? Not just going out there and working with the retail area, and then you having to pay anywhere between 2.5 times for the house that you just bought. So if you bought a house at $100,000 and you took it for the 30 years that a bank is going to lend for it, right? Then that's a $250,000 that you're paying back. So you really can see it really helps to get in better if you're going to be paying that type of money over that long period of time, right? So let's see. All right. So what we're going to do is our goal is to help you to reach both your goals at the same time. All right. Every goal that you have, we want to show you how to reach your current and future lifestyle. Because once you look at it, think about it. right? The only thing that we're trying to work for, right? It may be these different types of goals we have, the life, the car, the whatever it may be, the house, the clothing, right? Those are the current lifestyles. But the future lifestyles, right? That's the things that we want when we're retired, when we are no longer working. We want the money still to be coming from somewhere, right? And so often, though, we don't start paying attention to that till it gets too close to the time for us to be thinking about it. So we're generally turning 35 and 40, right? And we're thinking about, oh my goodness, I only have X amount of dollars in my 401k. Right? So let's start building assets so that we can increase our cash flow and our credit, right? To help our current and future lifestyle goals. So we can always reach those. Okay. So did you know that there are only two financial objectives? It's just your current lifestyle. What it is, your health, right? What those things that you want right now. You want to make sure that you're lifting weights or you're losing weight or whatever it may be, right? You want a good current lifestyle. But financially, too, you want to make sure you're able to do the things that you really desire to do. And your future lifestyle, like we said before, it's not based on what? It's not based on your age. Retirement is not based on your age. Retirement is based on how much cash flow you have. So let's think about it like this, right? If you have, let's say you have $2,500 in overhead, as we say, or the amount of bills that you have going in your household, going out of your household, rather, right? $2,500. But let's imagine then that you had 10 houses that were paying you $250 a piece, right? In passive income after you paid all your bills, right? So 10 times 250, that's $2,500. So now you have options. You see what I'm saying? So either you have the check and you can continually depositing the check, right? And not actually having to cash it or use it because your cash flow take care of your bills, right? So that's the way that you start to free yourself. It's not continually going to try to find a bigger and better paying job, right? That's fine if that's within your purpose path, right? But if that's not your purpose path, then chasing after the money will only lead you without it, right? So what we want to show you is no small business hustling, right? No selling trinkets or having to eat rice and beans, right? We want to show you to make sure everything is good. So our goal is to create more cash flow. You might say, Mike, how can I create more cash flow, right? Without selling things or without doing extra? I'll show you 5 different ways. Let's look at it, right? Because the thing is, we've been only shown this thing, which is go work hard, right? And we really wasn't taught to go work smart, which is leveraging your time, right? So I would rather be in a position to make 1% off of 100 people's efforts, right? Instead of making 100% off of my own effort, right? Because if I'm out of the way or in a way that I can't work, right, or don't want to work for that day, then guess what happens? My money stops working as well because I'm the only one bringing it in. Okay, you have multiple bills, so you need to have multiple ways of creating cash flow. So we show you a quick cash flow increase by adjusting your W-4. 2, minimize your taxes by teaching you how to have business deductions without having a large business, right? Just simply having your home-based business. We can show you how to write off things like your cell phone, like your children, like your internet service, and many different more things to increase your cash flow. So when you get better credit, guess what happens, right? You have less in interest that you have to pay because your interest rates are lower, right? They think of you as a lower risk. So therefore, there's less cash flow going out of your home. So it's better if you're paying 3% for a car than it is when me and a friend of mine was talking about when I had a Cadillac when I was in my early 20s, I was paying 25% for that particular car, right? And so it feels like I was never going to pay it off, okay? So when you have better credit, then you have more cash flow, okay? Why is it that the rich get richer? Because when you have the cash flow, you can take advantage of different things that are happening around you, right? So that's what that looks like. Then we show you how to invest like the pros. right? So you can understand how to do, whether it's passive or whether it's active, whether you need residual, right? Whether you need portfolio, but we show you how to invest like the pros do. We have our focus on real estate investing. That's where our focus is, okay? And so that's what our goal is, to help you with that, to create your first, which is your current lifestyle, two, which is your future lifestyle, right? Show you how to move that from cash flow to assets, okay? And there are three levels of home buying, right? And that's what our goal is, okay? In this workshop is to show you exactly what you need to be thinking going toward. So no matter where you are, the goal is to start. Because people say, well, what about the because you see it all the time. Well, interest rates are now 6-7% or X, Y, and Z. Don't get into home buying. That is crazy, right? What's the percent of return that you're getting in the apartment? What's the percentage of return that you're getting in the townhome that you don't own, right? So no matter what you say, I will pay 7%, 8%, 9% on a house, then turn around and throw money out if I have a apartment, right? So the goal is, no matter what happens, the things are going to change. Just like at the first of the year, they were saying, well, it looks great now. Rates are dropping again. Now they chased everybody out of the market, or a lot of people out of the market, okay? And just to say that everything is getting better. So we want to show you that there's three levels, because everybody's not going with the same needs or desires, okay? So with the check to check finisher, that's simply saying that, hey, I have just an okay appetite for extra, okay, which means there's an extra $500 to an extra $1,500 a month that will help me and free me up. My job is doing well. I like that over there, but just the extra $500 to $1,500. So we show you on that level how to do exactly what you need to. What we want to do is increase that cash flow to show you that you don't need to have what they call it's not who you know, right? What they used to say, it's not what you know, but who you know. Okay. So now, knowing us, we're going to show you what to do, okay, in order to increase your cash flow on this first level, to get you to an extra 500 to an extra 1,500. Second level, you're going to have more business goals. Maybe you have a small business that you wanted to start, or maybe it's something that you want to do that needs a small investment. Okay. So we're going to show you with the credit finisher program that we're going to be teaching you from personal credit to business credit to leveraging or investing that credit to get you to the level that you want to be. Okay. So it's a really simple process of getting you. All you have to do is have a desire and say, hey, I need to create this level of cash flow in order to get to where I want to go. Now you know which level, which phase to jump into. Check the check finisher, credit finisher. You may need some business credit, right? And so that's where we want to put you involved, or get you acclimated in getting yourself understanding, how does credit work? How do I leverage this credit, right? Why do people say I'd rather have a 720 credit score than $1 million? Okay. So we're going to teach you how to look at those things the right way. What is the rule of 72? Those different things, how income and cash flow work. Okay. Then number 3 is that level where the person says, I need freedom. Right? This is where you have more than $5,000 a month that you needed to create from home, or however you want to create it. Okay, you can do a brick and mortar, whatever this may be, but we'll show you the structure how to do that. You're going to become wealthy by taking the extra cash flow, creating your time by making yourself some assets. Okay, because that's the only way that you can gain peace, because your time is over here with the children, your time's over with the significant other, your time is maybe with a particular faith that you're a part of, or whatever it may be that you have other things going on, CPA, whatever it may be that you're doing, right? So all these things are pulling you, but you only have 24 hours a day. So we have to make it to where you start to employ your cash. You start to do what we call cash asset cash, where you take a small amount of cash, develop it into an asset, and then the asset continues to throw off more what? Cash, right? And so that's what we call the property finisher cash flow transformation, to help you finish what you start. Okay. And so as you see the breakdown here, I will increasing your cash flow for your current lifestyle. On the right, real estate assets for your future lifestyle, right? And then on the foundation is your business planning. That's your personal credit, business credit, and what? Helping others. Okay. So that's how we move to get you to a position of, no matter where you are, to get you to where you want to be. Give you a solid blueprint to give you that. Okay. But what you got to see is what's in your way, right? I heard somebody say one time, well, if you know a person is sick, but that person does not know that they're sick, right? And you have the medicine that you know is going to help them get well, but they don't know that they're sick. Will they ever take the medicine? Probably not, right? So you have to understand what is the problem, or realize that there is a sickness. Okay. So let's go through the sicknesses that are, or the cash flow destroyers that are eating everything or destroying your cash flow as it is described, right? So the first one is inflation. We've seen it time and time again. Right? In just my lifetime, I've seen it go, the gas prices go from 67 cents a gallon to what it is now, right? And just think about it. From just a few years ago, the prices, they call it hyperinflation. Has anybody hyperinflated your pay, right? And so what you have to do is battle these things, okay? Because these things, as you see, inflation is a silent income killer, because you're getting paid. You may be getting paid X amount of dollars, right? But your raises are 2 to 3% a year, maybe, right? Because the average is 2.24% for raises. Okay, so what ends up happening is inflation, just regular inflation, is 2 to 4% every couple of years. Now, not just the hyperinflation. So how can you keep up, right? Inflation is killing your income. And then the next thing you have to look at is your 2 and 3, right? We showed you inflation. So now you have taxes and debt. Because the inflation is there, that means you have less buying power. So that's what, now you're out here working harder and harder. So now you get some overtime. Now you got more overtime. Guess what they do? Uncle Sam hits you even harder. Just regular 40 hours, they're going to get you from anywhere from 28 to 30% of your income. If you make $50,000 a year gross, you're only bringing home about 35 or so. Maybe less if you have other things that's going out, like health insurance and 401ks and things like that. So then we go and get into debt. And debt carries a penalty. It's called interest, right? So that means we can't just borrow 20,000 and pay 20,000 back. We got to pay 20 back. 20 and the 5,000 or 10,000, whatever it is on top of that. Okay. So what happens is, now you get paid. Now this is what causes check to check to check. And we don't realize it. So we keep doing other things that never really take care of the problem. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is 2/3 of your income is getting eliminated, destroyed by taxes and debt. Uncle Sam says, hey, when you get paid, give me 30% right now. Then when they did that, now you go into debt, and then debt says, hey, give me another 30% too, because I need you to pay back plus what you borrowed, right? So what we want to be is what? The lender. Okay, so let's show you how to be the lender. Okay, but first we got to overcome these problems, right? Which brings us to having bad credit, right? Because now the money is going all over the place. So now we're late. Now we got late fees. So now there's even more that's zapping it. So now we go into the cash checking places, right? So Believe me, I've been there. I can describe it. I've been there and got home and clicked that light and nothing happened, right? I said, that's all right. It's like cat weaves. Don't even worry about it. I've been meaning to burn these candles for a while, right? So what you got to do is get yourself into a position, say, oh, it's the principles and strategies you don't have to go through. You see, a smart person says, hey, I'm going to learn from my mistakes. But a wise person says, hey, I'm going to learn from the mistakes of others and not make them before I even get there, right? So we want to increase that credit, and then we want to avoid the marketing of the capitalism of big business. Just think about it. Every month there's something else for you to do and buy, right? January, you have first of the year, right? Everybody's wanting to do new things. We want to go gym memberships, new clothes, just different various things. Then we got Valentine's Day. Then March comes along and everybody's thinking about what? Easter's coming right about, right? Then we got spring and all those different things coming. And then we got June happening. We got Father's Day, Mother's Day. We have people's birthdays, all these different things, and it's marketed to you. Hey, don't forget about what they got, all these different kind of colors for the different days of the week. What is Black Friday, Brown Thursday, and Cyber Monday, and it's just days for you to do what? Spend the rest of your money. You see what I'm saying? And so now they get you feeling good about spending your money. So that takes the last bit of your income. So you have no way of creating cash flow. You got to take a bit of the cash flow that you're getting or the income and start to get yourself at least an asset, some type of asset, right? Right. So now retirement is not based on age. It's based on cash flow. As long as I got enough assets to pay for my expenses, and I can travel, I can go visit the grandkids, I can go visit the kids, I can go visit my mom, I can go visit my parents, my grandparents, whatever it may be, right? So let's take a look at this right quick, right? So if you have your pencil and you have your pen or however you take your notes, and I hope you've been taking them because you're thinking about money, right? And so if you are that type of individual, it doesn't a want or a desire, right? No matter what the secret is, right? You put that desire, then it's gonna have some work coming behind it, or the desire is not gonna come up. Okay. So what is that yearly amount that you need to retire, right? And what is the year that you're looking to retire, right? If you have that idea, if you don't, then that's messed up, right? Because this, think about it. I'm not thinking about it because 60 something far away from that, right? So why aren't you? Because if you start thinking about it now, you can literally retire maybe a year from now, 4 years from now, 2 years from now, right? It's totally up to you and your generating of cash flow. Okay, so let's watch and see, right? So you take this amount. Let's say you're looking to retire on $100,000 a year. So you multiply that by 15, okay? So now what do you have? You have $1.5 million that you need to retire, okay? And then what year is that you need to retire in? So if you're thinking about it and you are 30 years old and you look at your 401k, you see it's $40,000 or so, $20,000 or whatever. Is that going to get to $1.5 million? I don't think so. Okay, because generally most people are only making 2 to 3% in their particular investments, right? And they don't care because they're charging you every time that they move your money, whether you make money or not, right? On most cases. Okay, so now you got 1.5. That 1.5 million needs to be making 8% return. And see, the 8% return on the 1.5 will give you a monthly income that will never, never, never stop. And you won't have to touch the principal. Now you're thinking, right? Now you're thinking. All right, we're cooking with grease now, okay? How do you overcome those challenges that we talked about? Those 5 challenges that we were looking at. And then what phase or what level do you want to join? And not join, but what level do you want to get to rather, right? The 5 500 to 1,000, or is it the next steps, or maybe 1,500 to 5,000, or 5,000 or better? Okay, it just depends on your goals. Okay, so you can choose 1, 2, 3, or all 3 of them. Okay, and this is what that looks like, because you need to know that there is a path to get you to where you're going. See, most people are selling you tactics. So they get on YouTube, they get on TikTok, and they sell you tactics. And see, tactics without the mindset is just a shiny trinket. Okay, that's what you got to think about. Because if you only are moving just because it's on the type of thing you desire, because it generates something, an activity for you to do, that you think this activity is going to bring you this amount of money. It possibly could, but if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right path to where you're going, then you don't have the way to position your eyes or your vision. That's why you people used to do vision boards. I think they still do some, or what have you. So because you have to have a path, something to envision to get yourself to where you're going. Okay. So these are situated like this, right? The check to check finisher says, hey, I need to get myself involved. I need to get myself in a better position, get myself to a place to where every dollar has a destination, right? So that's cash flow management, business income, and then investment income. So we teach you those different stages so that you can be self-sufficient and you have an additional option. Okay. And so therefore you can stop there and be just fine, and increasing your cash flow to anywhere between, zero, of course, do anything, to about $1,500, depending on how well you follow, how well you listen, how well you work. Okay. And then the credit finisher system says, hey, you need a little bit more. So we help you with personal credit, business credit, investment credit, right? Then the property finisher system helps you to get yourself into a position of creating solid assets to help you in your current and your future income goals. Okay. So that's researching how to evaluate the formulas, the scripts, everything that you need, the courses, right? Then the repair, the rehab, right? The home, to make sure that it's in place for what? The refinance or the retail. Okay. And what I mean by retail is RETAIL, right? Retail sale of the property. Okay. So there's a path to what we're doing to establish you in a solid foundation. But so many times we have been used to, flipping through TikTok, or, going through these various particular videos and just trying to get to a particular how do I do it? Or, just tell me how do I do it? And you don't have the philosophy behind it. Just think about it. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything that's been done is being done. Okay. And so what that means is everything is in a book somewhere that you can read. But what happens is there's continually more videos about the same things. But they're coming from it at a different eye point of view. They may do it to where they say, hey, do it like this because that way is old. And then you hear somebody over here say, nah, that way is not old. It's the new. It used to be old. So, you get all involved, and now you get to a place to where you at a place of analysis and paralysis. You don't know what to do. So you just go back to work, right? Then you wake up and you're 95 years old, right? And you haven't gotten to where you want to be. Okay. So that's how we make sure that you have a pathway to get to where you want to go. Okay. So what we do, we build you with our workshops and courses. We do this big workshop once a month, which is showing you each and every aspect of property finisher, credit finisher. Okay. And so with that, we do it first Thursday of every month. That's what you're hearing now. And then we want to show every individual how to get themselves into a home buying position. So if you finish our certificate course, then you can have down payment assistance, closing cost assistance, right? And then we have some that already have houses, or maybe your family, friends, neighbors, relatives, or something like that. They're going through a challenge. So we have a home saver class to where, if it's possible, we can help save the home, right? Or if it's possible, help them save their particular budget and credit, right? If the home is past being saved, okay? And then we have for those that are advanced that want to go into REI, real estate investing. We teach wholesale or flipping rather, right? That should have been flipping. And then turnkey with the rental, wholesale for sale by owners, and then partner active or passive. Okay. And so these elements will give you a place to be, right? And then give you a daily method of operating so that you could get to that particular goal, right? And then within that daily method of operating, see, that's the philosophy. And then the philosophy is backed with a system so that you can just get on the conveyor belt and follow as the leaders that are succeeding is already doing or already doing, right? And so isn't that better to see that somebody already succeeding and then just copy what they're doing? Okay. And so that's what we can help you to do depending on what level you need. If you're just a first time home buyer saying, hey, great, let's get you going, right? Well, you may be a first time home buyer and you're already coming out the gate. Say, hey, Mike, that's good too, but I also would like to have an investment to pay for the house that I'm buying too. Okay, so all these different things, what we'll do, we'll have a discovery session to find out what you need and custom a plan specifically for you. Okay, and when we do that, we make sure that you are getting the things that you desire within your particular avenues. Okay, and what we want to do, we want to make sure that you are that particular pool that you excuse me, that pool that you have. Because just because there's a place that you're in now, whether you're 25, 35, 55, 75, 85, you may have been in a place because you've been trapped because you're there because it's where you make money. But if you understand how to create cash flow, then you can slowly get your time back to start pursuing that particular purpose that you have, because now you have the provision for it. Okay. So your check to check finisher helps you empower yourself with home buying certificates, down payment help. Credit finisher helps you to create assets with home buying. Property finisher, then you can create passive and residual business with home buying. Okay, so it's a difference in that. You can be a small business owner, right? And that's fine, right? Because it just needs that certain level. Then you can be a big business owner and understand franchising and how that works. Okay. Get that a little bigger there for everybody. Okay. So as you can tell, actions over time gives you the proper results. Okay. And those have to be the proper actions. And see, what we have to do is gauge what we're looking at. So we're saying that, hey, let me create X amount of dollars in X amount of time, right? How long have you been doing what you're doing so far? And then how much is it paying you now? So then do you go into a different arena and say, hey, I want to create X amount of dollars in X amount of time and don't have the right actions? Do you see what I'm saying? So if you go into your job and don't perform the right actions, then you don't get paid, right? You probably possibly can get fired. So we have to have the right actions within the system to get that proper results that we're looking for. This is how we gain back our time, by creating leverage. Okay. So our house buying services for first time home buyers, next time home buyers, right? Free membership courses, what I'm describing to you now. These courses, the membership, the help, the assistance, all these things are at no cost to you. All you have to do is get in there, be self-motivated and finish your courses, and then you'll have the right things that you need to complete your credit. You have the things, the education, the resources to complete your credit. You have the education and resources to get the right type of loan. We'll have the individuals, the mortgage lenders, the real estate people to work with you within this process, right? And then you also will start qualifying for the down payment help, closing cost help. And then we will show you within that, if you need how to upgrade your personal credit, and that's what we call the BCLC: personal credit, business credit, and leveraging that credit. Okay, and so then we move you to where you want to be. That way, we don't have individuals that are overwhelmed in something that they have no desire to be a part of, right? And when that happens, then you get yourself to where you just stop doing anything because now you don't know what to do. Okay. So what do? We simply refer people to the homeowners home professional site. It's propertyfinisher.com. Okay. And within that, this is where everybody can register. You can register for the workshop that's coming up in February. You can register for your free course and your free membership that gives you everything that you need, to start getting yourself into a home, home buying position, or home investing system, or home investing position, right? And then also just let the system do the work. If you work on yourself with the system, and then you will meet others that may want to get into home buying or home investing, and then you simply refer them to the propertyfinisher.com, right? And you continually working on yourself. This will start to increase your cash flow. The system will work for you. Now you start to learn and earn at the same time, right? So this brings us to a wrap. And what I want to do now, let's get back here. So as we bring this to a close, what I wanted to do, this was our first one ever. So we want to do is make sure that we are helping ourselves to get to where we want to be. As you can see within your results, within your desires, within the passion that you have for your kids, whether it's the wife or whether it's the husband, that you're trying to get them and you into a better position. How do you do that? Right? Do you consistently go out and try to pay another $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 for a different course that hasn't worked for you yet? Right? What do? Do you go back to school and try to get some more learning, another degree? Do you start another business? And then how do you do that? How's the marketing work? How's the advertising work? How do you get in front of more customers? Do you have the time to do so? You're already going from check to check. How do you do more than that? Okay. And see, this is why the top 5%, right? I think they said it's only 13% that's actually making six figures. 13%. We have a lot of people talking the talk, but the statistics say it's only about 13% or so that's making six figures. So what we want to do is get to a place, because there's a lot of people that are quote unquote making gross six figures, but what they bring home is not. Okay. So bring yourself, your pencils together, your pen, your paper, and everything like that. Make sure if you have registered for this, then by probably tomorrow morning or so, the recording will be sent to you, and then you can go back through those different things. But go back through if you have not, and look into your course, look into there and see what do you have, right? How can you better yourself, right, within the system so that you can grow and develop? Most times people have, and I congratulate you as I let you guys go, because at a Thursday at 7:30, you have a lot of people talking about what they want to do with their lives. They want to create this, they want to do better at that, and what ends up happening is when the rubber meets the road, it's generally a no-show, right? Because generally what you have is a unpreparedness, because there's no in things in the middle, right? There's nothing that's showing you other than this desire to create more and more money. You say you keep seeing the different people that you may be comparing yourself to, or the different things that you want to get for the loves in your life, right? Once again, you guys, we have a blueprint for that, and this is Property Finisher. And propertyfinisher.com is where you can register, get yourself going, get yourself into the free course, and make sure that you get yourself into a home buying position. I don't know what would stop you from doing that other than a lack of resources. Now, we want to put it out there that we have the resources, and these resources are at no cost, right? For the actual self or the self-motivated portion. And so what we want to do is help individuals to get themselves to a better position while we are getting ourselves to a better position. So once again, I applaud you guys for coming in, and actually taking notes and staying alert, because some people may be watching TV and all these type of things just to say that they were on. Okay. And that's it. And I'll see you guys on the other side of purpose, because this side is just too easy. Peace.